Hey guys, Don Keating here, Team Donny. I wanted to do a video on Hedgecoin Capital, the Bitcoin trading service. I just wanted to do a video just to help with some of the questions that have come up on the actual application process. So when you come in, I'll have the link below. It's just trading.hedgecoincapital.com/application. That's the best way to find the most up-to-date, accurate application, because they do change different wordings and different sections as needed. But when you go into that, it'll take you to a Google Drive address, again, where they keep it updated on what's going on. And this is the actual application form. You can edit it so that you could put in your information here, and it's just a basic application form, but like I said, I wanted to go over it just because there's a couple questions that come up from time to time. Of course, first, last name, pretty standard. Primary email, and you want to make sure you have a backup email, so just have a separate one. If you use Gmail, open up a free Hotmail or a Proton Mail or whatever other email you have, just so you have two ways. Just God forbid something happens with hacking or you lose control of this email, you have a different backup email. Of course, you want to have your phone number with your country code, because there's people from all over the world applying for this investment, so they got to know where you're from. Telegram username, highly recommended that you have Telegram and you have your username. This is the primary way that they are keeping, up to the minute changes and different news that's happening with the company. There's a lot of the CEO and the people on the team are in the chat pretty much 24/7, and the actual 4 traders currently, the traders are in the Telegram group quite often as well, just generally talking and interacting, and then they do like actual setup question and answer sessions and things as well. They're going to have, I believe it's going to be at least monthly, maybe more often, but at least monthly conference calls where everybody can come online and interact and see exactly what's going on with the company and the investments and everything like that. So this company is going to be totally different than anything you're used to with the way that they communicate and keep everyone up to date on what's going on. But I highly suggest that you sign up for Telegram. It's free if you don't have one, and put your username in there. It's just you'll see it on your account. You just put @ in your username, and they can know who you are there, and just another way to get information on the company. Okay, and then the next one is your security question. You're going to want to make up any question that you want for yourself, just whatever you want. Your favorite food, what color is your house, whatever you want, whatever you would only know. And then you want to put your answer here, because if you lose control of if you're hacked, you lose control of your email and you need to contact them, there's going to be multiple stages of verification that you're going to need to get control of this account again, and this is just one of the steps. So you want to have a security question with an answer that you can remember. Referral is whoever told you about Hedgecoin Capital. Some people are getting commissions on this investment if you are their referral, so you want to make sure whoever told you about it, you put their either their full name or their username if they have one. Then you want to put in your currency of deposit, which is they will accept currently BTC, Ethereum, and Litecoin, or fiat currency over $10,000. So really, preferably you want to send Bitcoin, just because it's easiest. The other ones have fees attached, because what they have to do is convert them over into BTC for the investments, because this, obviously it's the Bitcoin trading service, so everything has to be in Bitcoin eventually. So there's going to be just a transfer, conversion fee or a transfer fee. Okay, and then you want to put the amount of coins deposited. If you're filling out the application but you're not actually sending the actual investment yet, if you're not sending the Bitcoin or whatever, yeah, you can leave that blank, or you could put in the dollar amount of what you think you want to invest. That's fine too, because you're going to have a separate email when you actually send your money in, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, you're going to want to put your sending wallet address wherever you're sending your initial investment from. If you're sending Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, you want to put where that's from. Just another step so they can track your income, your investment coming in. And then this one here is super important. A lot of people get confused on this one. receiving Bitcoin wallet address. Every week in this investment, you're going to get paid out on that Monday after the following trading week. They automatically pay out whatever you made that week on your investment, less the fees for the less the fees that they take for the investment. 20% profit they take off. So it's automatically going to do that for you. It's going to take the 20% fee out of the profits that you made, and it's going to automatically send Bitcoin to this receiving wallet address. That's why it's so important they make you actually type it twice. And I do recommend you could copy and paste one, but really you should be making sure that these are correct. They're very long, and as you guys know, you want to make sure that you actually put the right addresses in here, because this is super important. Okay, this is where your money's going to come from every week. Your profits are going to go to these addresses. Okay, and they have to be Bitcoin addresses because they pay out in Bitcoin. Country residence, and pretty self-explanatory. You want to put where you live. Photo ID. You can use a driver's license or a passport. You're going to want the front and back. Has to be a clear image, just for later, for the know your customer laws and things like that happen. As far as I know, no country or anything is banned from participating as of yet. So I mean, you have to use your photo ID, so your driver's license or your passport. It doesn't have to be both, one or the other, but a clear picture of the clear image of the entire document, front and back, and send that in. It has to be less than 1 megabyte total in size, so you just want to watch that. You don't have a huge resolution or something like that, because it will get kicked out of the system for whatever reason. The email that you're going to send this to will not accept larger files. So just want to make sure it's a normal sized file, and then you're going to want to make sure you put your full name as it shows on your photo ID or your passport. Make everything match, sign it, and then date it on when you're going to send it in, and then put your initials. First, last name, middle initial, whatever you're doing, whatever your name is, just put your initials. And then I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to do a separate video on going through the agreement, but you can see it here. Every page has to be initialed. Okay, so read it, initial it, you read that page, and this one needs a signature. Again, full name, that's same as your passport, sign it, date it, and initials. Okay, and then initials on page 5, read this one, initial on page 6, initial on page 7, and initial on page 8. Okay, now this might seem like a lot of words and a lot of different information, but this is really for everyone's benefit. HedgeCoin Capital is trying to be 100% transparent and upfront about everything, any kind of fee, any kind of rules, what to expect. They're trying to make sure that everyone understands exactly what's going to go on, and that there's no secrets or any surprises later. So that's why it's very important that they make sure that you read this. Don't just initial it, make sure you read it, and if you have any questions before you initial it or before you sign it, just ask. And that's again where the best place to ask is either who sent you here or through the Telegram group, because there's people in there 24/7 answering questions, all kinds of questions. Okay, and then the last page here is the checklist, and this is where you just make sure that you did everything on this checklist. You sign the application, you sign the agreement, you initialed all pages 1 to 9, you read the terms and conditions, you put your photo ID, like I said, either the driver's license or the passport. They do highly recommend that you enable 2FA on your email accounts, whatever email you're using. Make sure that you have a secure email, because that's obviously the main part of communication on this. You want to print this out after you fill it out, print it out, scan it, and email all 9 pages to HCC, and the email address is right on the front right here. Okay, so use email to support. Okay, and then the biggest thing here too is delete the sent email after you send it to HCC. So delete it, and then go into your sent file and delete it again. Just make sure that in case your email that you sent this from is ever compromised, just one extra step to make sure that they can't follow this back and have all your information, and obviously be able to answer all these questions that you put up here. But there's going to be a lot of different steps that they're talking about to make sure that this is secure, because this is the minimum is 1,000, but a lot of people are going to be putting in, you know, tens of thousands of dollars into this fund, so they want to make sure that it's 100% secure. So they're going to have multiple stages of question and answer, video calls, and everything like that to make sure that you are who you say you are, and make sure that your account is 100% secure. The website that you see currently is just a beginner website, pretty much just to have it up and going. But in the next few days, there's going to be a totally new site. It's going to have 2FA on it, all the different information. They're going to have a login. It's going to be a live site showing the trading results for the day and your account and everything like that. And then every couple weeks, there's going to be I would probably say more often than that, there's going to be more improvements and changes just to make sure it's as secure as possible and gives you all the information that you possibly could need. So if you guys have any questions on this at all, I'll have the information below. Go ahead and ask me. You can email me at any of the emails that I list. You can go into the Telegram group that I list and go in there and ask any questions at all. These guys are super nice. They want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, and if you have any questions, they want them answered before you send any investment income in. Okay, so this one, currently it is the 16th, and they have a special running because it's brand new, and it's the first week of trading is on the 9th. So if you trade in on the 19th, excuse me. So if you send in your investment income in the first few weeks before the initial gold level gets put in and filled up to $1 million, you're going to be put in at the gold investment income. This is the three ranges. There's gold, silver, and bronze. So until this $1 million is reached, everyone that sends in either 1,000, 10, or whatever you put in, you're automatically going to be gold for the time being until the gold bucket is full. And then what's going to happen is once the gold bucket is full, anyone that didn't actually meet the minimum that's been getting the gold will be pushed down to silver, and then the silver will fill, and then so on down to bronze if you only put in less than $9,999. So it's going to give you the maximum amount that you can until you drop down, and you do have the entire time to make sure that you meet the minimum 30,000 to stay in gold. Or if you do 1,000 or anything in this range, you're going to be silver until that one fills another million, and then you'll drop down to bronze another million. But once you meet these minimum invested amounts, 1,000 you'll be bronze, 10,000 you'll be silver, and that's where you are always. 30,000 if you be gold. If you put in 30,000 right now, you'll always be gold. You'll never get kicked out. If you put in 10,000 right now, you'll be gold until that fills up. Then you'll get kicked down to silver, but you'll never go lower than silver. So I hope that makes sense.